a Ramble, starting off the bang. And tonight we are going to be predicting WWE Clash of Champions pay-per-view event that will be this Sunday on, as always, the WWE Network, 9.99. But before we head into the pay-per-view and speaking about it, let's bring in our co-host the most, Becky. How you doing?
What's going on, everybody? Let's break down this pay-per-view and hope to God it doesn't suck.
Let's hope. I mean, it's Clash of Champions. It's a pay-per-view that I have kind of upgraded in regards to enjoyment, in regards to something that I actually look forward to. I do enjoy it because every championship is on the line, and with that, I do enjoy seeing titles change hands. And even if they don't, actually seeing these champions defending their championships is nice because sometimes, like in the case of Shinsuke Nakamura and some others, like Dean Ambrose in the past when he was U.S. champion, not defended for months. So it's nice to have a pay-per-view where you're kind of forced to do so. So it's nice that they have this pay-per-view event, whether Clash of Champions, Night of Champions, whatever you want to call the show. Either way, it's going to be interesting for this year's edition, 2019, of how it's to go. But let's just, as always, as I always ask, your excitement level, your thoughts in that way heading into Clash.
My excitement level, honestly, is a little bit meh because with some of the storylines that are going on, you could kind of see down the road a piece that these storylines are going to continue to at least Hell in a Cell. So it's just like, can we get on to something new, please?
Understood. And as I said, I'm looking forward to it just in regards to the titles all being defended, blah, blah, blah. So it should be very interesting to see how things go. So let's just dive right into it. We'll start with the Cruiserweight Championship match that probably will be on the pre-show. WWE Cruiserweight Champion Drew Gulak defending his title against Lince Dorado and Roberto Carrillo in a triple threat match here. But for me, I'll just go first. Simply, Drew Gulak, been a good, great, awesome champion, as Cruiserweight champion, as a great heel, leader of that division, not just because being champion. Been saying for months, even said that he should have been the one to take the title off of Enzo when he was the champion. So Gulak being an incredible champion in my eyes. But what say you, Becky? How do you see this triple threat match going?
Well, first of all, rest in peace, 205 Live. We hardly knew ye. So, that being said, I think Gulak is going to take the purple belt over to NXT, and I think he's going to kill it.
I agree. Yes, that is true. Or not as true, but that is back. Cruiserweight show. 205 Live will be ending. We'll be going over to kind of merge and mesh with NXT. The Cruiserweight title going to be a mid-card title for the NXT show since it is 2 hours. So you get some Cruiserweights in there in a sense of being on USA Network now, or will be on USA Network. The Cruiserweights getting a little more shine beyond when they were on Raw or SmackDown, but this as its actual, in a sense, brand, a brand coming to a brand, now being part of the NXT brand in 205 Live, unfortunately, being no more. I did enjoy it. It was improving each and every week. So it's certainly going to be interesting to see how things are for them. I'm sure it's fine, but I just mean interesting in regards to how it all will turn out moving forward. But in the start of it, I do see, as you do, Drew Gulak still being Cruiserweight champion, taking that title and taking that division and meshing it over in NXT. The next match we should be talking about, is, let me find it here. Is for the United States Championship. We have AJ Styles defending against Cedric Alexander. I'll let you go first on this one. How do you see this U.S. title match going?
AJ retains with shenanigans. Cedric may win the match, but AJ's going to keep the scrap, and it's probably going to be something having to do with the OC.
And I'm going with AJ Styles as well to retain in that championship match. I mean, I see Cedric getting a title opportunity, but AJ Styles definitely to retain and move on as the U.S. champion heading into Hell in a Cell. Next match, the Intercontinental Championship. We got Shinsuke Nakamura defending his title against The Miz. And I'll let you go first for this one. Who do you see winning in this bout for the IC title?
Well, if they give it to Miz, he's going to be on his way to having the most IC title reigns in history. Eclipsing Chris Jericho. Now that Chris Jericho is over at AEW, they're going to try and erase him from history. So, honestly, I see The Miz taking the belt and it being flip-flopped. from Miz to Shinsuke just to get rid of that record from Jericho.
Oh yeah, I'm thinking the exact same thing. I'm going with The Miz to win the Intercontinental Championship. WWE doing WWE things in that regard, like you talked about in regards to Jericho. So Miz getting the win, tying it, Nakamura getting it back, and The Miz winning it again to break the record and be the superstar with the most IC title reigns. Next, we're going to the tag team division. First, the SmackDown Live tag team title match. We have Big E and Xavier Woods facing off against the Revival. I'll go first here. I have the New Day successfully retaining the tag team titles and beating the Revival. As simply as that. What say you? How do you see the SmackDown tag team title match going?
I would love to see the Revival take the tag titles and possibly perpetuating a storyline of a New Day breakup. I think it's been a long time coming. But honestly, I think it's going to be the New Day's titles to lose.
All right, now for the Raw tag team side of things. Raw tag team champions Seth Rollins and Braun Strowman facing off against Dolph Ziggler and Robert Roode. I'll go first here. I have Dolph and Roode getting the win because as things seem to be setting up, we have Seth Rollins and Braun Strowman. Something will happen. Miscommunication, accidental bump happening, and that cost them the tag team titles, which then will seep into, as the announcers will talk about, endlessly, depending on when this match actually is on the card, until the main event or until the Universal title match, whenever that match is on the card, to the Seth Rollins Braun Strowman one-on-one contest, and maybe a backstage segment at some point talking about, oh, we're over the tag team title thing now we're, that sort of story. So I'm going Ziggler and Roode. What say you?
I'm going Rudolph. That's basically what they're calling him. So yeah, I'm going Rudolph for basically the same reasons you are. I think it's gonna lead into the Universal title match, and things are gonna happen. Rudolph I am live, you dink. I am so sorry, ladies and gentlemen.
Moving right along, we got the third tag team title to speak of, and yes, there's the WWE Women's Tag Team titles. We have
I'm so sorry.
Little Miss Bliss, Alexa Bliss, and Nikki Cross versus Mandy Rose, and Sonya Deville. There, Fire and Desire, not to be confused with Fire and Ice, our team here for Twitch Challenge. But anyways, Fire and Desire against Bliss and Cross for the women's tag team titles. Becky, where do you see this one going down? Or how do you see it?
I got Bliss and Cross. I honestly, just because the belts are on the line, I don't think a lot of them are going to change hands. I think a lot of the title changes are going to be more around either Hell in a Cell or possibly even Survivor Series. So, like I said, I've got the champs retaining.
Same here. Got the champs retaining Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross. I guess if I wanted to specifically book the match, I would have Nikki Cross pin Mandy Rose. But either way, Alexa Bliss and Cross getting the win and retaining the titles and keep moving forward as WWE Women's Tag Team Champions. Now, since we're talking about the women, we'll keep on going on in regards to women's singular titles. First, the SmackDown Live Women's Championship. We have Bayley facing off against the Queen, Charlotte Flair. They're a 1-1 contest. I'll go first. I'm going with Charlotte Flair. Yes, I'm going with Charlotte Flair to win and win the women's title again, to much of the dismay of some of the WWE universe, but it be what it be. She's the number one woman in pro wrestling for a reason. So Charlotte Flair defeating Bayley, winning the SmackDown Women's Championship, and taking it into, well, SmackDown going to Friday nights. So how do you see this one going down?
I have Charlotte with the win, but I have Bayley keeping the title due to shenanigans. I think something's going to happen as far as Bayley and Sasha's concerned, and I think Bayley's going to retain, and then you'll see with my prediction for the Raw Women's Championship how I'm kind of
Uh,
Um,
no, go ahead. Sorry.
I'm just saying you'll see as far as my Raw Women's Championship pick how I think storyline is going to go.
Well, then let's just roll into that one with the Raw Women's title match. Becky Lynch versus Sasha Banks. I'll go first, just get my pick out of the way. I'm going with Becky Lynch to successfully retain her Raw Women's Championship. Sasha Banks just came back. We're putting her in a title match. Why? Okay, good for her. Becky Lynch, the man gimmick and everything, her really well in this role, I do believe. So I say Becky Lynch to retain. Sasha Banks, we'll just have to deal with it. Hopefully not throw a fit. But Becky Lynch defeating Sasha Banks, and however it is to go moving forward, it'll be what it be. But what say you? Who do you see winning, and how do you see things moving forward as you did so tease?
Honestly, I think Sasha's going to take the title from Becky. I think Becky is going to be a chasing contender. It's going to create something within the Four Horsewomen, which will probably either break the group up or just fracture it. I'm thinking heel champion on Raw, heel champion on SmackDown, and creating these two women that are chasing after titles that they either want to gain or want to get back.
Yeah, I know that's one thing that I've been thinking in regards to WrestleMania having the Four Horsewomen in a fatal four-way match, unifying the titles. Maybe that's when the brand extension ends. Who knows? But then again, I was the one that was saying it was going to end at SummerSlam, and it didn't. So, but still having maybe a title match or just a match like that at WrestleMania, whether it'll main event again for the women's division at WrestleMania, but either way, a main event quality match at WrestleMania for the women's division. But anyways, moving right along to a actual non-title match, one of the few in regards to this pay-per-view being called Clash of Champions. We have Roman Reigns versus...
Is this the only non-title match? If it's the one that I'm thinking.
Yes, it is. Roman Reigns versus Eric Rowan.
I thought so.
Yeah, one and only. I thought there was a second one, but I was just looking again. But Roman Reigns versus Eric Rowan in a non-disqualification match. And with that being said, I'll just go first. No DQ. Well, we're definitely going to be having some plethora, or maybe at least one person getting involved, maybe more. So I'm actually going to go with Eric Rowan to get the win, and Roman Reigns still being able to lose in a grand defeat, meaning so many people coming after him, getting so close, being able to beat the odds in a sense, but in the end, Eric getting the win 1, 2, 3 with help of others. So I'm going with Eric Rowan in this contest. As surprising as that would be if it was just a regular match, Rowan versus Reigns months ago or whatever ago. But what do you think is going on and going to happen here in this no DQ match?
See, I think, especially with the no DQ step, that's a very important detail. Again, like you, I think it's going to be Rowan, but I also think Daniel Bryan is going to come out, help Rowan, and it'll be this generation's "It was me, Austin, it was me." So Rowan for the win with assistance from Daniel Bryan and maybe even the guy that they said actually did the attack. Who knows?
Right. It's unclear, but yeah, Eric actually getting a big victory at a pay-per-view, whether with help or not, still a good thing. I mean, they let him now talk on the mic. We actually hear his voice more than just noises. But excuse me, Eric Rowan for the win. WWE Championship match. Now, as I always say, WWE Championship match should always be the main event of a pay-per-view. Gets the number one title, but it probably won't be. But WWE Championship match, Kofi Kingston against Randy Orton. Here, one-on-one. I know a lot of people in regards to talking about Hell in a Cell is going to be the end of the feud, and Orton might be winning the title there. Some people also been saying Kofi Kingston to just beat Orton and that being the end of the feud. And the next person Kofi Kingston faces will take the title off of him. But I'm still going with what I said last month, beyond picking Orton that month. But beyond that, I'm actually going to do it again. I pick Randy Orton to win the WWE Championship. And Kofi trying to get it back at Hell in the Cell. In the Cell. But we get in that rematch, last chance, this and that. Well, one chance, last chance in a sense. The feud there. I'm going Orton winning the championship here at Sunday night. On Sunday night at Clash of Champions pay-per-view event. Orton getting the win. Heading into Hell in a Cell as the champ. What say you?
I see Orton winning the match, but Kofi keeping the strap because Kofi's just getting closer and closer to possibly turning heel. I think there possibly will be a double switch, if not at Clash of Champions, then at Hell in a Cell. And Kofi turning heel, I think, will perpetuate a New Day breakup. No more power positivity. I was just protecting my kids, blah, blah, blah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that would be an interesting, not just interesting, but a very smart way to go, I guess I actually would say, in regards to they move the needle forward in that way, in that direction that you speak of, in your booking, your prediction there. But to what probably will be the main event, the Universal Championship match, Seth Rollins against Braun Strowman, and at this point in the night, they will no longer be Raw Tag Team Champions, so it would just be Strowman as a challenger in general, facing off against Seth Rollins, Universal Champion. I'll go first, and I just simply say Seth to retain. Braun wasn't able to be Brock. Braun going to be Seth. I don't think so. Seth beating a big bad guy, so I'm going Seth Rollins all the way. But Becky, who do you see winning the Universal title?
I see Strowman taking it, actually. They've been saying that he's going to be getting a push for a long time, whether it be because of backstage heat or whatever the case may be. I think Strowman's finally going to get his hands on the gold. And it's going to be an absolute massacre.
It would be, especially if you are going to have him win. I mean, it would be even more surprising because it's Seth Rollins. Maybe more so, maybe less in regards to like when Brock destroyed John at SummerSlam years ago. Maybe like it's that kind of surprising squash match. Like, holy crap, this actually just happened to Seth Rollins sort of thing. Even though it's Braun Strowman. It's one of those you can understand because it's Braun, but still it's happening to Seth at this situation. But yeah, I definitely think
another way that they could book it, Seth causes the accidental bump, makes Strowman eat the pin, and Strowman just destroys Rollins because of it and gets the strap.
I could go out that way as well. But as for the pay-per-view event, I guess just to ask you, what match do you think for you? Match of the night.
See, that's going to be a hard one to call. I mean, honestly, I think it would be one of the two women's singles matches. I'm really liking Becky Sasha.
All right, and for me, I'm actually going with the women's match. Not one that most think, but I am actually going to go with the WWE Women's Tag Team Title match as the match of the night with those four. Yes, even with Mandy Rose in a match. I do think that all four of them could step up. I know I definitely have seen an improvement in regards to Nikki Cross. Mandy Rose, improvement in the ring, but that promo on SmackDown might have been left to be desired. But at least in the ring, I've certainly seen improvement. Maybe that might just be bad writing, and she just was actually a little bit awkward to say some of the lines. She's a heel character, because in real life she seems like a sweetheart sort of thing. So it's one of those, you got to do your job, but also what the heck is this BS to the writing me to say, sort of thing. Right. It's one of those mixed and match. But the point is, it wasn't coming off well. So unfortunately, she'll get the brunt of that because she's having to do her job. But the point is in the ring, I've seen her improve. Sonya Deville, she got game, and Bliss. So I do think that all four of them can hit out the park and even do better than singles matches for the women's division, those title matches as well. So I'm going to go with that one for my match tonight heading into the show and see how that all goes. But beyond that, not too much else really to talk about. We did have a change of the title for the 24/7 title. We'll see what that happens at the Clash of Champions. All titles being defended. So I'm sure we'll get segments in regards to the hilarity of the 24/7 title.
Definitely.
I mean, I think R-Truth is already like 15 or 16 time champion, so we could have
Yeah.
him win the title a couple more times and have like at one of these pay-per-views have like a Ric Flair R-Truth stare down after he wins like the 17th title reign or something,
That would be hilarious.
and then Flair takes it from him or something, and then Truth gets it back. But either way, I certainly look forward to seeing all of that. That could be the match of the night or show stealer in regards to
Definitely.
championships. But that is our predictions for the pay-per-view events. I do apologize that we are skimming through pretty quickly, but we do have other things we're doing here tonight and live.
Agreed.
So I do, Jed, exactly. So I do thank everybody watching live. Those a couple that did come in during, and then those will be watching archive. We'll share your thoughts. Before we go, Becky, you can share any other last words you have about the pay-per-view or whatever, and plug your social media.
Please, Vince, don't make this pay-per-view suck. Please don't tear up the plans like you normally have. Keep it the way it is. And let's just have a good pay-per-view for once. As far as my social media, as the graphic is there, I am at PokerLady718 at Twitter. Instagram is ROTCBrat718. I am a Twitch moderator for the former Lucha Underground champion, Marty the Boss House. If you're interested in hanging out with a professional wrestler and seeing what they do in real life, come say hi. I'm sorry about that. But that's all my social media. Thanks.
Awesome. As says, for always, you can find me for the Ramble at the Ramble _WB, my personal Twitter handle at Army_Strong_06, Snapchat at StephenK_06, Instagram at StephenK_06. Also wanted to promote, again, that I'm part of on Twitter, Twitch Challenge at Twitch_Challenge there. Becky is also part of that as well as her teammate and duo there. So I've enjoyed being a part of that. We'll be continuing that tonight, whenever that to be. Also wanted to promote a Who Done It is coming back already. Thank the Lord above. It's back already. It's coming back for 1 month for Halloween special. You don't want to diss Halloween. For me, I always say for the holidays, it's October 1st to January 1st. I want to include Halloween part of the holiday season. So that's how I do it in my own household here. But Who Done It Spook, that Who Done It Spook there, you're welcome to go to that Twitter handle and apply if you think you can outlast me, outlast Becky, outlast anybody, and you think you can do well in a murder mystery type of game. So I always say just bring it to any challenger there if I am lucky to be casted. But there are only 10. It looks like there's going to be hundreds of people applying. So it's going to be a dog-eat-dog fight. But all are welcome to apply. Applications, I believe, and are deadlined on September 28th. 29th. Thank you. 29th. Here of the grand year 2019. So just wanted to share that. So again, people can check that out. Hope you all have a great rest of your day. And above all else, as always, take care.